morning, my people. It is another beautiful day to go ahead and hustle and make a living. Thank you for joining us. This is Morning Drive, and my name is Prudence Burga. On today's program, we're going to begin with this story. Okay, so there's this woman who actually decided to open a provision store, and she opened the provision store and it was all going all right. Everything was going fine. She was beginning to get money. Her provision store was it was a very promising business. And then all of a sudden, the business began to decline. And finally, the woman began to be on the run. Why was that? It was just because she did not know how to manage her money. So when her business was already growing, she began to use her funds, including the capital for her business. And that, my friends, brings us to the topic of today's discussion: money management. If you don't want to end up like this woman, I tell you, you have to learn to manage your money right. But come to think of it, what exactly is money management? Money management could be a process of budgeting or saving or investing. Basically, it is just being able to use your money right, use your funds correctly, save, and basically you just need money management. Just means that you are able to use your money right. You're able to keep your funds correct. You're able to keep account of what you do with your money. So today, to back our whole topic of money management, I want to open with this verse that I want to tell you, Paul. It says, even if you feel like, okay, let me read that again. For which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it? Otherwise, when he has laid a foundation that is not able to finish, all who see it will begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and did not finish. And this passage that I just read for you is from Luke chapter 14, verse 28 to 30. This is from the Bible. It is telling us about a man who begins to do business to build a house, and then he did not finish it because he didn't know how to manage or plan before he began. Money management goes along with planning. When you have an idea and you want to accomplish it, you have to create a plan. And when you're creating that plan, you know that the first thing that you're supposed to do when creating the plan is to know that you're going to manage your money. Behind, like at the back of your mind, you keep it in your subconscious that whatever business I'm going to do, I definitely have to learn how to manage my money, my time, and everything. In fact, a business works on management in general, whether it be it's personal management or management of money, or you're managing your time. Whatever it is, you have to manage your resources right when you're doing business. Then, for you to be able to keep track of your money spending, or for you to be able to manage your money right, you need to do certain things. And first thing that you need to do is that you keep track of what you spend. So when you're spending, you just spend, you spend anyhow, you spend anyhow. You don't even know, you don't even balance how much, what comes into your account and what you're spending. Let's say, for instance, using this woman, the illustration I gave in the beginning of the program, if this woman has a capital she has set aside, and then she has needs that she needs to children's fees, or she needs to buy clothes for her children, and then she doesn't weigh the money she's spending on those things and then the profits that she gains from her business. because the profits that she gains for her business is the only thing that she can actually use. The capital that she has kept for her business, she should not touch it. Instead, she should build on the capital. What I mean by build on the capital is that at some point in time, she needs to grow her capital. So, for you to be able to track your spending, you need to give an outline for yourself. Like, this is what I spend on a daily basis. These are my bills. This is what I need. Apologies. This is what I need to do with my money, when I get it. And this is my fund at the end of the day. So I know that when I have to balance those two, if I'm spending money, I know that I'll spend this on clothing, I'll spend this on feeding, I'll spend this on house rent and others, and then I know that this is what will remain for miscellaneous. But when you are not able to balance this thing, then that means you're going to spend over your income. The next thing is that you have to create a realistic budget. Okay, so as I was saying, you're going to spend this on money, you're going to spend on food, you're going to spend this on rent and all. When you're creating a budget, you have to consider your own, like the way you live your life. Let's say, for instance, you are a single person and you don't really cook. But then at the end of the day, you know that you have a pay that gets back to you at the end of the day. So when you come to do your budget, you know that you're budgeting for money that you're going to buy food. If you don't keep that budget, it's like you're forcing yourself to start cooking when you don't even know how to cook and all those things. You need to be conscious when you're making a budget. Consider your lifestyle, consider your income. And then the next thing is that you build your savings. You have to save. When you're doing business or when you're doing anything, in fact, even for office workers that go to work and then at the end of the month, you know that you're going to receive your salary. As an office worker, you know one thing, that you need to save. So whatever you are spending, you know that this quota, like you have this amount of money I'm going to spend to this point, and then this portion I'm going to save it and I'm not going to touch it. And that you need to remind yourself to keep it in a savings account. Save it. Do not touch that thing and save it. It pays for a rainy day. Like, you don't, there are things that come up when you least expect. And when those things come up and you don't have any funds to actually meet those needs, you become stranded. In order not to be stranded, the best thing to do is to save. Save for rainy days. And then next, you have to, the moment you get your money, or before you do that, keep it at the back of your mind that you have bills to pay. Pay your bills. Pay your bills at the right time that they come up. If you, okay, let's see, you have rent to pay, and then your monthly allowance comes and you're like, oh no, I think you just forget about what you need to, like, you forget that you need to pay your rent. Then the rent begins to pile up. The next month you don't pay rent, it continues to pile up. And then when the point comes for you to actually have to pay all these things in bulk, you begin to become stressed and mentally distressed. And that is not good for whatever you're doing, whatever business you're doing, whatever work you're involving in. So you have to pay your bills at when it's due. Even if it is not possible to pay at a stretch or something, you can actually break it. Try as much as possible to pay your bills as at when due. And then next thing is that cut back on reoccurring charges. So a lot of us are actually internet surfers. You surf the internet, you subscribe to things that you don't even know about sometimes. Most of us just end up subscribing, giving, let's say you see for instance, maybe Netflix or Amazon and all those things, and then you begin to subscribe for those things, and then after you go to go and subscribe, you forget that you have done the subscription. So the next month, the moment money is entering your account, they are renewing your subscription, and you don't even remember that you have done that subscription. So be careful of recurring charges. Be careful when you surf the internet. Be careful of what you are subscribing for. If not, your money is going to flow like water. It's just going to come and go, and you don't want that. And then next, like I said, save up. So when you're saving, sometimes you can save with a big idea before ahead of you. Okay, what I mean is that, for instance, you want to build a house, and then you say, okay, I need to save to build this house. Then you begin to keep money in your savings account towards that. And make sure you continue to remind yourself that this money you are saving is towards that. It's not towards any other thing, it's towards that. Just that. If you don't do that, my dear brother and sister, you would, as we Nigerians would say, you'll be on your own, or yours is your case. And when situations come like that, and you use the money that you had already saved for something that you have in your mind to do, that thing will never be accomplished. And then it's a joy that when you need money, when you need money, it is available, you find joy. And then you need money for this thing, and you have already spent it for something else, and you just become stressed. So be careful when you're saving for big things ahead. When you're saving, be careful of touching them. Do not be careful when you touch your savings. I keep repeating that thing because I feel like it should be, I should make an emphasis on it. And then the last thing I would like to tell you is that you should start an investment strategy. What I mean by that is that you should, if possible, find a way to invest. Invest in maybe, sometimes you find that banks have some investments strategies that they would try to sell to you. Sometimes just listen to them, and then if it settles on your mind, please invest. In a nutshell, what I'm saying is that you should just find ways to invest in other things other than what you are doing presently. And at this point, we would like to take this quick break where we would watch this video, and we should be motivated by it.
This is what I do for a living. I construct grinding machine, and sometimes I do come out by 6 o'clock, 7, it depends on how busy I am, and I close by 6 o'clock. I love this work because since when I'm a little kid, if I'm coming back from school, I do see people doing their work, so I choose to do it. Since when I'm in primary school, if I close from school, I go to stay with my brother. So from there, it takes me to where I will learn the work. I'm now over 15 years now that I'm into business, and I've never regretted for one day. In this work, I married and I get 2 kids. Thank God for that. I'm training them to school with this work. So I'm encouraging the youth outside there. I'm surprised when some youth are crying that no work, no work. No, there is work. There is work. This work, I've never accepted, government have never given me anything. to empower me. But I thank God. I have 5 apprentices. Most of them are going to school. From school, they come back here. Also, during holidays, they come back here to gain some knowledge. So I'm encouraging the youth outside there. Go and learn something to do. Don't wait for government to do everything for you. You can help yourself. I have many customers, even outside the country, Niger, Chad. They come to Plateau State to buy most of this engine, grinding machine, and take it there. Because it's here in Plateau State that we can give the best quality of grinding machine. Even you buy the foreign one, it cannot get quality better than our own here. So the only thing the only assistance I ask from the government is all this small business that we are doing. We need government assistance so that they can empower us, so that we can go further than this. The challenges that we have, one is NEPA. And secondly again is material. The material now are very, very expensive, not like before. So that's the challenges we have. And this business need money. We need money so that we can, the more we can construct many engine, so it's the lesser they go in the market. So that's the little challenges we have. The government can assist us, empower us, so we can do better than this. For the people that are afraid of putting their money into business, everything in life is a risk. Even life itself is a risk. So business, what I will tell people that are afraid of putting their money into business, that they should not be afraid. Just put your hope on God. Put your hope on God. If I'm afraid of starting this business, I will not go up to this level that I am today. So I thank God for that. So this is what I construct. Grinding machine. You can use to grind so many things, both dry and wet something. And it's very, very, very okay. Very strong. Not like the foreign one. We in Nigeria, we believe in foreign things, but no, we in Nigeria, we can do better than that if only government can assist us. That's the only challenges we have. So I'm calling on my fellow youth. Don't stay until government do something for you. You can do something to help yourself. Don't wait for government. Don't wait for government at all. Do something to help yourself. So
Welcome back. I do hope that you're motivated by this video that we just watched. So as we were talking before we left, we were talking about money management. And then I know that at this point, some people might just say that the Bible doesn't actually have a backing for money management. But no. As a Christian, you are called to manage every resource that was given to you. You're called to manage your time. You're called to manage your person. You're called to manage everything, especially your money. So I would like to read this verse for you again. This one comes from Deuteronomy, and it says, "You shall remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the power to get wealth, and that He may confirm His covenant that He swore to your fathers." So He gave you the power to get wealth. If He has given you the power to get wealth, that means that He also gives you the power to manage your money. If you don't manage your money right, how would you get the wealth? When you put in effort and you get results. You put in effort, then you get results. That's how it works. If you don't put in effort and you definitely not get results. And then it says that I have this to tell you. They said the path to better finances starts with changing your own habits. So if you want to have a better finance, you have to change your habits. You have to change your mindset. Maybe let's see, when you get your paycheck, you just go ahead and begin to you get your paycheck, then you just go ahead and begin to buy things to eat. No, you go to this restaurant, no, you go to this hangouts area, or you go to this hotel, or whatever. You just spend your money anyhow. You go for this party, you go for this celebration. Oh, another one, you buy things that you don't need. A lot of us in Nigeria, especially, we have this issue. Like, you go to your office place, and then somebody comes and you're like, "Oh, I'm selling this." Oh, especially we women, sometimes we get easily distracted. "Oh no, I'm selling this wrapper. No, I'm selling this shoes." Or, "Yeah, no, I'm selling this earring," and you really don't need it at that time. But no, you go ahead and spend your money on it. You buy it. When you buy that, you're going out of your budget and you are not managing your money at that time. So among the list I gave you in the beginning, like when I was explaining what I was saying about how you manage your money, I also said that you should save. I also said that you should be careful how you spend money, you track your spending. This is tracking your spending. When you get your money and you don't know what you use it for, at the end of the day, it becomes like it just fades away. Like you just don't find it again. So keep track of your money, spend wisely. Always remember that your wealth is coming from God. And if you know that your wealth is coming from God, then definitely you will utilize that wealth right. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I would like to wrap up this program today with this message for you. Keep in mind that the God who gave you your funds, who gave you your money, who gave you the ability to even get these funds, He expects you to manage them right. He expects you to manage your money. He expects you to manage yourself right. Thank you, and have a blessed day ahead of you.